Well, hello and welcome back, my lovelies. I'm once again Visual Pony, and welcome to another behind-the-scenes video. Today we are reading Ranbow Dash Confesses Her Love to You. And considering how many memes there were back in the day, like coming inside of Ranbow Dash and all that shit, I think a lot of you will like this. Especially, you know, this is written from Ranbow Dash's perspective as far as I can see. So I think a lot of you guys will love this. It's a shorter one, but I came across this one by finding this one, actually, Fluttershy's Whispers, which is the sequel to this one. And I might record that one as well. I don't know yet. Write this to my read later list. And I think let's get into this without further ado. Okay, guys, so the recording phase of this is done. Move the mic a little bit out of the way so I can actually move around here. You know, stuff like this is always a bit weird to do, especially because this story here is written in a way where you don't have the you don't actually have the lines of anon. So I basically had to speak as Ranbow Dash the entire time, which is a bit straining on my voice, I will admit. It's not as easy as you might think. So that is a bit of a strain for my voice, I will admit. Because speaking as her really makes my voice a bit scratchy and all that, you know? Let's take the WAV folder. And now let's copy this, new track, stereo. It is so weird that I'm still doing this after almost a decade. It's really weird that, you know, I started in 2013. And ever since, I've produced over 1,000 videos. Over 100 stories. And that is just, if you think about it, that's just unreal. That's just unreal to think about. Because let's face it, how many YouTubers actually stay around for this long? Especially people who don't really have the view numbers like we do. We have very low view numbers. Not a lot of people stay around if the view numbers drop like ours did. Huh. It's kind of weird. Okay. Let's close this. And now we've got to clean this. Put sound effects. Well, I don't know about sound effects really, but a bit of music at the very least. And all of that so you guys can enjoy a story. I really just want you guys to have something to, lighten up your day. To have something you can listen to and just enjoy. Which personally I think is, especially in times like we have nowadays, it's really important to just have something that can liven up your day, that is not the cruel reality that we all have to face nowadays. Because even though it might not sound like it, guys, and you might think that I'm just playing a character online. I'm really not. Sure, sometimes like in my Let's Play videos or so, I sometimes do. But most of the time, I am just myself. I don't like, not being myself, trying to be someone else. That's not my thing. It's just not who I am. And I've never tried to be someone else. I've always been as genuine and honest with you guys as I could. And if you go back in my videos, then you will see that that's true. Always been very open. Always explained stuff when I was unable to record or when I was absent for a longer period of time. Because I don't want you guys to have to wonder, hey, where did Visual Pony go? And if I ever have to quit this, I hope that I would be able to make a video explaining why. So with my heart condition and everything, you have to take that into account. It might just happen that I just drop dead one day. In which case, Midnight would like to inform you. At least I hope she would. Because she's also an owner of this channel. And I think people would like to know. If I just suddenly up and died. Though, I was actually thinking. There's this thing where you can train an AI to do certain voices. So I was thinking of maybe training that AI to do the different voices that I do. And, saving those voice profiles for a text-to-speech program. So that even if something happened to me, that Midnight could still do stuff with my voice. If she wanted to. Or if I had died in the middle of a project. Like, let's say I were to do Murky number 7, which I have said before, I will do if I get a donation of 10,000 euros. 10,000 euros and I do Murky number 7. But, let's say I were to die in the production of that, then she could still do it with my voices, using the TTS. And to be fair, it might even be a good idea just, if that AI is actually good, to do that even in my lifetime, because then I would be able to produce stuff way more quickly. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. Because personally, I think that would be a great thing if that actually worked. I've seen some of these trained TTS voices, text-to-speech voices, that were just amazing. They were really good. You could barely tell them apart from the original. And there were some interesting voice clips people did with it. So I would like to try that at the very least. And to be fair, by now we have enough of my voice recorded to give this AI hundreds of hours to analyze, you know? My wrist is starting to hurt, actually. And I'm growing tired. That's another thing when it comes to my health. I can't do as much as I used to. Like back in the day, producing an entire Horizons chapter a day, no issue, no problem. Nowadays, I can't handle that anymore physically. If I tried, I'd basically kill myself. Like, if I might be able to record a chapter, but then sitting down and editing it as well in the same day, that would just be too much. And even these things, nowadays, I sometimes notice that I just can't handle doing several short stories anymore. I don't understand why. Well, I do. I'm almost 10 years older, you know? And if you listen to my early recordings, you will also notice my voice has changed quite a bit. So I think I might have damaged my vocal cords over the years. So, yeah. That's actually a thing. Apparently. My frickin' right wrist. You see, that's where I wish there was a function where I could just mark this breathing and it would filter it out automatically. The thing is, there is something kind of like it. In the CC version of this, which is called, I think, Noise Finder. The problem is it will mark the noises that it finds, but you then can't, you know, just press a button and use one effect on all of those found noises. You can't. It won't let you. You have to then still go through manually, mark them, and press a button for the effect you want to use. In my case, silence. That was the reason why I did actually have Creative Cloud for a while. I think in 2016 16, something around that time. I tried it out, and in the trial, it worked really, really well. You know, it helped me a lot. But then when I tried it out in the full version, for some reason, it didn't work as it had in the trial. Because before I activated it in the trial version, I could actually do this. I could use noise finder like this, mark something, right click, do the whole thingy where I get the noise profile and all that, and then it would automatically filter all sounds or similar sounds out. For some reason, as soon as I registered for a subscription for Creative Cloud, this didn't work anymore. So sadly, that didn't work. If that worked, seriously, I would get Creative Cloud. I would then be able to seriously shorten the time I need to edit these chapters. Sadly, it doesn't work like that anymore. I really wish it was, because then, it would be so much easier. I just have to load it in, mark a little bit of breathing, and then have that all turned into silence. And the entire deep cleaning process would also be easier. Because I'd just go to the spectral view, mark part of a clicking noise, like a mouth click. Not to be mistaken for a mouse click, but a mouth click, so one that your mouth does. And then have the program filter it out automatically. Sadly, as I said, that is no longer a thing. I kind of sometimes am annoyed that features that were priorly there just get removed by devs, you know, or made in a way that they just don't work anymore. For example, VMware, the thingy that lets you have virtual machines. I actually have a license for VMware Workstation Pro. And for quite some time, you could just, you know, connect a second USB mouse and connect it to your virtual machine as a separate USB device. Now, since I think version 15 or so, they have removed that function and made it so that human interface devices, like the mouse or the keyboard, can no longer be added as separate USB devices in your VM, so that the user doesn't inadvertently, you know, lock themselves out of their host machine. In a way, I can understand that. Okay. But would it be so hard to program in, you know, that ability again if the VM detects more than one human interface device? Or let's say more than two, because keyboard and mouse. If it detects more than one keyboard and more than one mouse, give me the ability to put that in, because the reason why I needed that functionality was for older games. Because there's a serious issue with that. Older games oftentimes have the problem in VMware that the mouse won't work right. And so what I did to circumvent that is I simply connected the second mouse to the PC and mounted that as a simple USB device into the virtual machine. Then it wouldn't actually affect my host machine, so my host operating system would only be used inside the virtual machine, and that completely solved the problem with stuttering mouse movements in especially older first-person shooters. But ever since they cut out that functionality, I can't play stuff like Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza or Starship Troopers. Let's put that here.
Oh yeah, finally home. Forget about all of that work stress and relax. Anything seriously doesn't mean you have to make up for it. If you chillax, you instantly become 20% cooler.
Clover 3?
Anything seriously doesn't mean you have to get scared off. An angel would just eat him up, no problem. I mean, of course you'd stay around the totally awesome Ranbow Dash. Boy.
Okay, now... Yeah, let's take this one. Last Horizon.
You feel it? I feel it. Want some more pretzels, right? Good. Yeah, I'm playing with your hair and knead you into a cirrus cloud. Just awkward. Huh. Now that I think about it, this is the perfect time. He's...
So let's see. Does this work?
I didn't think much of you, I admit. But lately, it's been more than that. I've started to sing along to Sappy Rome. How awesome you really are to me. Man, say it. I suppose what I'm trying to get at here with all this is... I love you. Beep. Oh my god.
Let's see.
Oh man. For how long? That long, huh? Gosh, you've really held this in for a while, haven't you? That must have been hard. I should know. So, does this mean we're a thing now? I don't know how these kinds of relationships work. I know that when we say we both like each other, that's a green card to do cuddly things. But I don't know how to go about starting them. Do you start them? Do I? Are we just... Okay, so that was the best thing ever. Whew, boy, I need a drink. I feel like I could just jump. Did kiss you. I did. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm your girlfriend. I can't believe this. All this time I've been dreaming about this, and it's finally here. Does this mean we can kiss again?
Certainly, Rainbow, we can kiss again. Even if I think it would be weird. But yeah, this is just like one of those stories where I'm like, it's just nice little fluff, you know? It's just like one of those things where I'm seriously saying, you know what? It's amazing. Let's save that picture. And do a new post. Come on. Be nice to me, computer. I need you to be nice to me. What the hell? My computer is... Seriously, I need a new mouse. But an ergonomic mouse like this that I need to limit the pain in my hand... just... It costs like $50. And I don't have that money right now. And publish this to the patrons. MLP, MLP Fem, MLP G4, Ranbow Dash, Brony, Visual Pony. Paw Productions, fan fiction, and audio book. And tweets us out. I might have just found my Valentine's special. And with this, I'll end this video and hope that you will be here for the next one and enjoyed this one. Because, yeah, I put a lot of work into these, believe it or not. See you in the next one, and I hope that this video finds you well in body and mind.